Ever wonder why the Bible seems to have certain truths regarding so called predictions of the future? See, predictions can be accurate or cannot be accurate. However, in most cases, predictions aren't necessarily to be taken into account. Anyone can predict that in 500 years something may happen, but you know, if people then believe it, well, they won't be alive to see what happens 500 years in the future. And usually it is somewhat hard to predict what will happen the following day. Now, when we speak about this present day, predicting what will happen is kind of easy because the fuckers who think that they rule this world, they are very easily predictable. They've been doing the same thing for 2 years, and it wouldn't be surprising if they do the same thing this year and, well, probably other years as well. See, Christianity has ruled over Europe because, well, the families that now rule the world, or think they rule the world because most people have been put asleep in the matrix, well, those families have been the ones who ruled Europe. And back in the times, they couldn't go in other parts of the world and acquire rulership, so they just ruled through Christianity in this continent. Now, since religions have always been done well to initially have people realize that there is something beyond them, sooner or later each religion ended up as a tool for control and separation. So the point is, religions have all been created by us humans. Now, if you want to see creation as, well, a bigger human than you, well, that is your own choice. Ultimately, the point is very simple. Religion has been created by us, so most likely the Bible has also been created by us. Now, for people who have access to certain occult capabilities, right? Well, they might actually not necessarily manipulate time, but see these families ruling over Europe knew through, well, seeing the tendencies, right, the energy tendencies of the planet, that humanity would start waking up far into the future, right? That's not hard to predict because whatever functions in cycles, it is much easier to read. It is easy to predict the behavior of an ignorant because most likely they will live constantly in their comfort zone, so they will, well, do more or less the same actions. When it comes to wise people, it's always hard to predict what they will do because they live in few cycles, so, well, it's not easy to predict what they will do the next 5 seconds. Well, let's not speak about, well, one day later or something. So when it comes to things like this, see, the families who ruled Europe, and, well, I'm not sure exactly which of these is, but definitely the Bible has been written by us humans. It was not given by gods because, well, it was created by us. If we created God as a way to imagine how creation looks and behaves, and, well, we have created the God of love as, the highly aggressive judge that will simply not forgive anyone for their trespassing. This is basically nothing else but a tool for control. Whoever misbehaves, or better said, well, acts in ways different than what the agenda wants, well, the point is that they will be punished. It's seen throughout the whole world when Europe started conquering the other, well, continents, and basically this has been nothing else but predictive programming, right? Because what do we see nowadays? Well, we see some fuckers wanting to submit everyone into full submission, which is basically the same thing that Christianity would do back in the times. So the point is, the Bible has been created, and the events that were foretold are not necessarily foretellings based on occult knowledge of the cycles of the planet and the awakening energies of the planet. It wasn't that hard to predict that in a certain time frame exactly, people will start actually waking up. So they would actually constantly prepare for things. And if you look into history, once every a certain period of time, there has been great deals of dyings, right? A lot of people would die from time to time, be it because of wars, be it because of everything. Because this matrix had to be built slowly and surely, and it can only be sustained from fear, panic, murder, and all these dense energies, right? Separation. These are the energies that consist the batteries of this sick society's, well, matricial structure. Now, a matrix is nothing else but, I could call it a rigid structure, or better said, a prison. So, if you are thinking why the Bible could predict these things, why not think for a bit and become introspective on the fact that, well, religion was made up. So, obviously, any book regarding it was also made up. Whether the representatives of these families or followers of them did it, or the Bible was built in the area of Israel or wherever Christianity first appeared, well, I do not know that for sure, but we humans have created those, and still we humans did nothing else than fight for, well, these so-called religions, right? Because we thought that these religions are the utmost truth. This is how this sick society functions. It teaches you something, and well, it teaches you so aggressively that if you don't accept it as your own only personal truth, well, then you're basically a heretic. You can see it nowadays in science, for example, right? If you are not complying to what the propagandas say, well, you're technically a heretic, and more or less you will be judged by society and misjudged by the primitive people supporting a sick society. So all this being said, you are appreciated, take care, and well, hope your day goes on well. Take care of yourself, wishing you all the good. Ferenc Board signing out.